Yo, we telling.
I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch, with 100 clip, and my shorty thick. Rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor, got Louis Vuitton, got bricks to the raw. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch, with 100 clip, and my shorty thick. Rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor, got Louis Vuitton, got bricks to the raw. Got the kitchen stinking, I'm gripped up. Whipping up patty now. I'm in Foddy Town. Bust down with 100 rounds, 10 chains on, 600 brown. Bron, Forgiatos, right behind. Marcielago with a bad bitch that work behind. Cause they go wherever I go, like tail lights or red lights. MJ, my game tight, you couldn't play me on game night. Get fly with me, I'm a trip. Islander, keep icy sticks. Restaurant, stir bar and chips. Try got the mag for real clips. Y'all better act like this 40 Mac won't hold you up, Swiss cheese. I let the 40 clap, let your shorty clap when you see this nigga Rich Freeze. Ain't no contest when I digest, I'm shitting on your bitch, please. You don't need a test to see we the best, no Cali, ho, we push these. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch, with 100 clip, and my shorty thick. Rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor, got Louis Vuitton, got bricks to the raw. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch, with 100 clip, and my shorty thick. Rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor, got Louis Vuitton, got bricks to the raw. Hotel bed counting hundreds. Bad little bitch on her stomach. Her bitch with a bitch and I dub it. I leave it to the bros and they fuck it. Don't talk on the phone or in public. My time ain't mine and they flooded. Boosie wipe me down, I'm so clean. I'm an outcast, you know the routine. 145th by Robin, blue jeans, stars on the roof, you know I'm so mean. Double parked in front of the lab. Mike Jack, I'm strapped, I'm bad. Big bag, old blues, old cash. My slot get work like that. Got a G for every bump in your face, bare face, take Bessie off the interstate. Get money like a Money Mitch. 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 I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch, with 100 clip, and my shorty thick. Rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor, got Louis Vuitton, got bricks to the raw. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch, with 100 clip, and my shorty thick. Rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor, got Louis Vuitton, got bricks to the raw.
Yo, we telling.
All right.
What's happening?
What's going on? We look like NBA on ESPN right now.
Shit.
That's how we look right now.
I remember you told me I look like Marshawn Lynch's little brother. I ain't gonna let you live that one down, brother. I got something for you still.
I know you do. I know you
Let
do.
it rock for right now, though. What's happening? We
Yeah, man.
on the Comedian Catch. What's going on, good people? How y'all doing?
Yeah,
Holy
man.
shit.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit.
Each and every
It's another
Thursday.
Thursday. It
Each
must
and every
be
Thursday,
Thursday.
man.
It must be Thursday because we here.
Yeah.
We here.
Hell yeah.
We here.
You know what they call it? Friday Junior.
Yeah. Well, shit. For some people, it's like get this day the fuck over with day.
Hell yeah.
I mean, they know once you
Yeah.
see the Comedian Catch, you know you only got a few more hours and this day is over. That and you know at 12 o'clock, you already know that director pop's gonna hit. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
But what's going on, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Another
So I thought
Thursday
somebody
we
was
here.
stopping by. What? I thought we had somebody stopping by.
I know. I'm looking. I'm seeing myself twice. I'm like, I don't love myself that much. Like, come on. Like,
Oh, I have no idea. Oh, is Gracie here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Boom.
She's loading. She's loading.
Hi, I was waiting for someone to add me into this. Hi, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Hey,
what's going on? Welcome to the Comedian Catch.
Yeah, we your
Thank
host.
you so much for having me. It
D-Wise
looks
guy
like
and
all I
Kelly
had to do
Rob.
was speak, and I popped up. How are y'all doing tonight?
Nah, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Good.
You got the nice reading light in the back.
Oh God, I'm all backwards. I just pointed to the other on the other end. Yeah, this is my new space, so I have no art in the background. I look like a serial killer. But yeah, it's just like all white bedding. There's like a white curtain. Like it literally looks like I'm about to murder someone, and then I have like one lone lamp. But anyway, yeah. Hi.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Hello.
up.
Happy
Thanks for coming.
Thursday.
Yes. Happy Thursday. Thank you. Thank you again for coming on Comedian Catch.
Of course.
You know, we are the hosts, D-Wise guy and Kelly Rob.
It's weird to see my face on the bottom. I don't know why exactly right now. I know I should be used to this, but like, anyway, I have to get more used to it.
No, I think we're all tired of this virtual shit. I think we're all tired of it.
Yeah, are we gonna be? Is this just live, or is this gonna live on forever? I need to know how ridiculous I'm gonna be.
It's gonna be on YouTube. Yeah, it's
gonna be on YouTube? Okay, cool. All right. So then I'm gonna be extra ridiculous. For sure.
Yes, indeed.
Cool.
Yes, indeed.
So Gracie, what's going on, man? Where you from?
Where am I from? Oh my God, are we on a date right now? This is great. Like, I want you to ask me where I'm from. I want you to ask me of my siblings. Like,
listen to me.
Do it. Well,
hey,
I'm having a great day. Let me just give you some context to start. I'm a total workaholic, and I've been working like nonstop for 5 days. And today I decided to take a little field trip and go to the Met and impromptu took some shrooms. So that's where I am right now, and it's just a great. Is that okay that I can say that on your podcast?
Okay.
Okay, great. I feel like it would make it even more exciting for everyone. So just that's where my head is. Where am I from? California. I'm from a place called Thousand Oaks, which is like an hour north of LA. Very suburban. I haven't been there for like 10 years. So yeah, I went from there to Providence and Philly before New York, and now I'm in Brooklyn, and I've been here for like 5 years.
Okay. Now the fact that you haven't gone back, you don't have like a bad reputation over there now. That's why you.
No, I was a very big nerd over there. In fact, I would be shocked if anyone remembered me.
All right, gotta make sure.
Wow.
Gotta make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because once you come here and don't go back, you know, we gotta ask if something's wrong.
No, the problem was that it's just a very boring place. So if anything, like I wish I had stirred some shit up. And can I?
Yeah, you're okay.
I can. Okay, great. Okay. I like that I whispered that as if people listening to this could not hear me whisper.
There's definitely a chat button, but just ignore it.
Yeah. You can press the chat button.
I think No. You know what? It's too much work for me to chat and talk at the same time. So I'm just gonna be wholly uninhibited.
Yeah. She's like multitasking. What is that?
I'm like, what, 2020 multitasking? No, we just do one thing. Anyway, yeah, so that's where I'm from. But I've been in Crown Heights for like 5 years, and I love it. I think 2020 was the year where, like, if you were living in New York and you were like, have I ever wanted to live anywhere else? You would have moved to that place. And I took like a full stop, and I was just like, I don't want to be anywhere else right now. Like, I could for sure move somewhere cheaper and arguably with a higher quality of life. But I've become really attached to this place.
So how far are you from Eastern Parkway? Are you very close?
I used to live right on Eastern Parkway like a month ago, and now I'm still pretty close. I'm like 4 blocks north of Eastern Parkway.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah,
what is that? I feel like you just gave me a quiz that I didn't know about. If I was 3 blocks less, you'd be like, she's cool. But because I'm 4, you're like, she's not in the club anymore, man. She's not part of our secret circle.
Not even. I just wanted to figure out how close you were to, seeing all the Jews on Eastern Parkway.
Oh, we're not going. Okay, so we're not going in proximity to Eastern Parkway. We're going in old Jew proximity.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was going
No,
with
I
that.
feel like there's a pretty clear divide on like New York Avenue. So I'm more like off of Franklin. But that's one of the things that I find really fascinating and love about living in Brooklyn is just like the way like the demographics and the scenery changes from like block to block. It's like I said, I'm from this like very sterile suburb in California where like everything looks the exact same for miles and miles. So that's like a huge reason why I love Brooklyn. And you know, I think East Coast in general, but also
Yeah,
specifically Brooklyn. Yeah.
and you could definitely find a store open 24 hours.
I can find what?
You could definitely find a store open 24 hours, not just Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything that's open 20. Yeah. That was like not a thing where I grew up. Like if you had the munchies or something, you just had to, I don't know, bake, which is blasphemous. It should be illegal, frankly.
How long have you been out here?
In what, New York?
Yeah.
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
might have mentioned that, but I smoke marijuana, so you got to forgive me.
That's okay. That's fine. This is me on every date. I ask like everything on the first date, and then if I see you for a second date, like I dump everything immediately out the first date, and then if we want to see each other another time, I have to re-ask you all the questions.
So
So
reset.
it's fine. This is just our first date, Kelly.
That makes perfect sense. And I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not
Are you
the
guys
greatest.
dating? Are you doing? What's your relationship status right now?
No. Like right now, like me and him aren't dating together. No, we aren't.
You're not dating each other.
No,
You're
we're
not
not.
dating.
We're
We're
not
not
together.
dating together. Never heard that. Like when you said dating together, it means like I feel like that means that you go out on only double dates.
Yeah, I didn't understand when you phrased it. I didn't know if you meant like if we were to like if we like got caught in between the comedians. Like I didn't think. Yeah, that's not what's going on. That we're not touch. We don't touch each other.
No.
If you did though, like you know, whatever. That's all open. It's. I just love is what I'm trying to say, and it has nothing to do with the mushrooms. I'm just saying like I love love, and that's
we support everybody. We don't touch each other.
Do. Correct.
Hey, two things can be true at once, okay? I support everybody and I touch everybody because I support them. So even if they don't ask for it, even if they don't like it, I will do it because I want them to know that I support them. Anyway, sorry, that I feel like that was something loosely incriminating that I said.
No, we're transparent here. It makes perfect sense. I stopped touching.
Okay, then if we're transparent, I don't touch everyone, and especially if they say no, I don't. Anyway, so what is happening with your dating situations right now in COVID? Because you guys are both in Brooklyn, right? You're both in.
I am.
You're in Brooklyn. Where are you, D?
I'm in Queens, but I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay, cool. So I feel like New York has its own kind of brand of dating. What are you doing? Are y'all in relationship? Are you guys
I'm married.
You're married? So you're in the V relationship.
Yeah.
Arguably. The big one. the big R. Cool. And you survived quarantine.
Yes, I did. I
feel like everyone who survived quarantine with a t-shirt should get like a souvenir shirt. You know, everyone who survived quarantine with a partner should get a t-shirt. That's what I meant to say, but I skipped to the joke in my mind. You know, like one of those, like I survived like the Jurassic Park ride. It should just be like I survived quarantine with a partner. That's cool. What about you, Kelly?
I'm doing the internet dating thing, but I keep running into problems and stuff. Like I'll run into
what kind of problem? Wait, what kind of problem?
I attract only BBWs.
Like technical wait, what?
I only attract BBWs.
BBWs?
Yeah. You ever heard of that? You've never heard of that terminology?
I don't know what that is. I'm very uncool. I'm what some people would say as a narc and a virgin. So what would... Yeah, I'm not actually, but figuratively. What's a BBW?
Yeah. Well, typically, like for me, they're the bougie broke women. I run into those.
Bougie broke women. Isn't that kind of a Oxymoron?
Oxymoron, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they are. A bunch of oxymorons. That's exactly what they are.
Okay.
Because they're pretty, but they're financially unattractive. So it's like it doesn't really
financially. So their face is as hot as their bank account is unattractive.
There it is.
Okay. All
there
right.
It is.
So is that so are they looking to gold dig from you?
I'm not. No, it's just like when they just wind up making you. They want to do things that is just a little bit out of their budget. They want to go a la carte and want you to go ahead and give them experience.
Oh, so they want to like buy you a bunch of drinks, or they're like, hey, why don't we go bungee jumping? Because that's something I've always wanted to do, but I can't afford it. I don't know. I don't know what activities do people want to do.
No, correct. That's typically exactly what it is. Like they just want to live the experience. Pardon?
And then they ditch you after.
No. I just realized after a while, like it's not worth it because I literally am funding this woman's whole experience, her whole life.
Okay. True or false? A first date should be a coffee or a beer in the park. It should be the lowest stakes possible because you don't know if you're gonna like them. You don't know if you want to spend money on them. Like when someone tells me they go into a dinner on a first date. Like, you're signing up for 2 hours where you're gonna pay for this person and watch them eat, and you're gonna see you eat like before you even hook up. That's crazy to me.
That's normal stuff. You're talking to guys right now, the ones that usually have to pay for the date. So like we can't be in total. We're in agreement with you. But you can't feel our pain. You don't understand.
I will not let someone. Okay, here's my little flow chart. I will not let someone pay for me if I know I'm not going to see them again. If that makes sense. Like it's like if we go out, I'm just like, no, I'm not feeling this. I will split it unless they are a. Can I swear on here?
Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless they're a giant asshole. Like if they're like a good guy and I'm like, okay, we're not gonna vibe and we're not gonna see each other again, like I'll split it. But if they were just like the world's biggest asshole and have no idea, then I'm like, I'm gonna let you buy drinks for this entire bar. Like you need to learn your lesson. But yeah, I think I do feel some pain as far as like what men's financial expectations are in the dating world. You know, I feel like it's very expensive for me as a woman, so I can't imagine what it's like for you.
Yeah, it sucks at times. And what type of apps? I was gonna say because you did say you did some online dating. What type of apps?
I haven't really been. I'm more like an IRL bitch, if I'm being honest. You know, like this is me with a mask. Like, look at these. They're like shark eyes. I will do like Hinge. I've been on like one Hinge date for like in the past year. Very successful, by the way. I'm probably seeing them again. But in case anyone is interested. But also the other app I'm interested in is and I think I'm in the middle of creating a profile and then I got distracted, so I need to go back to it. It's Feels.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, wow. Which is online. It's on the internet. Have you heard of Wi-Fi? It's a hookup site, but it's more along the lines of Tinder, but it's within the kink community. So people have more of that like dialogue, and it's a lot more because it's there. It's a lot more like transparent. And it's like I'm looking for this, and I'm looking for this, and it's like a lot more. It's a lot less like guesswork. Like I have friends that are on it, and it seems just anything that's like more straightforward, where it's like you don't have to kind of read between the lines.
Stay away from them. They had a couple of websites, a couple of them that you need to stay away from. Just so you know, if you ever come across something called Backpage, you leave that one alone.
What is that? What does that one do?
Yeah, just leave that one alone.
Just leave that.
I mean, it sounds anything with the word back in it sounds.
Listen to me. That's where they have. It's just a place where a lot of women they tend to get on there and then they start selling vagina for like the same price as like kitchen appliances.
Is it their own vagina or other vaginas?
Oh, it's their vagina.
It's their vagina? What kind of kitchen appliances? Are we talking like, Because if we're talking like, here's the thing, honestly, if we're talking like a Hamilton Beach coffee grinder, $22, I'm not going to sell my tea for that. But if it's like a deluxe KitchenAid, that's like $600. And if you want to give it like a one whirl spin, like, yeah, I'll lie there for $600. So it's like, that's my question is like, if that's the range, should I get on this website? Because like I'm now unemployed.
So where should we go with this? What, Keurig? They
shut it down. No. They shut it down only because like what you're saying makes so much sense. And the girls were just driving the price of pussy down. So they would it was the same price as 90
they were
cents.
undercutting each other.
Exactly. So
what do you think the lowest one was?
Oh shit. If I could take a guess, probably about $20. If I had to take a guess.
Wait. $20.
Yeah, probably about $20. Yeah.
Wait, someone would let them enter them. That you can put together an IKEA dresser for like double the money. I mean, and I'm not saying it's more work it's definitely more problem solving than letting someone fuck you. But I think that's $20. That's what do you guys think of that?
Wow. No.
Any pussy that costs $20 is terrible pussy. I don't want nothing to do with it. That's disgusting.
What would you charge? What would you charge for your if someone was like, yeah?
If I had a vag and I'm charging?
Yeah. Imagine that you don't have a pee.
Oh,
so it's very invasive thing to do. Like put yourself in. You're married, so like you can get there. Kelly, I'm assuming you're just like an absolute monster. So like I just put yourself in a woman's body as much as you can. What's the minimal you would charge?
Oh, like I said, I'm a city girl. Like this pussy talk, Birkins.
Yeah. All right. So Birkins, Kelly as a woman is very self-respecting.
Yeah. But this pussy talk, you going
so
this is Fifth Avenue.
A little bit above the kitchen.
Oh no. Birkin bag. Birkin bag.
This is Fifth Avenue.
To what, 2K? For 2K for 20 minutes of your time.
A Birkin bag is 60K.
A Birkin bag is 60K?
Yes, it is.
No, there's no way.
Yeah,
that's
it costs
like a Birkin bag.
It costs more than a Chanel bag. Yeah.
That's shocking to me because I remember watching an SNL or a Sex and the City episode where they talk about Birkin bags and one of the characters gets it. And now that I know that she can drop 60K, like whatever little respect I had for that show, it's now down to 0 because I didn't realize I was watching a fucking 1%er just shitting away tens of thousands of dollars. Mine's $1,000. That's my bottom line. Mine's $1,000. And you have to get tested, and I'll give you the full girlfriend experience, but no head.
That's not full girlfriend experience.
No, it's not.
I feel like it is full girlfriend. I feel like it's full girlfriend if you have a bad relationship.
So you got to be specific.
Exactly.
It's a full angry girlfriend experience. Yeah. Like, I'll fuck you and then I'll yell at you for not bringing out the garbage.
That's perfect.
And you Venmo me and we part ways.
That is amazing. So what is your take on OnlyFans?
Great. I mean, I know there was some stuff. I know there was some stuff recently. No. Who is it? Bella Thorne? Who I've never had one. I think it's great. I fully support it. I want to look into it. It's on my to-do list. But I heard that there was the celebrity, I think it was Bella Thorne, who got in there and kind of messed things up because you have to promise, right? You have to like have people subscribe and then tell you that you're going to give them something, right? So it's like, you're like, hey, subscribe to my channel, pay me X amount, and then I promise you I'll give you like this exclusive content. So that's what this woman, Bella Thorne, did. And then she didn't deliver on it. And then OnlyFans made like all of these new regulations that were really financially detrimental to like the OnlyFans workers on there. So anyway, what were you asking? My political stances on
OnlyFans.
Feminist rights? Yeah. I mean, I think it's sick. I think it's cool. I think I would do it. I have no plans on running for office, so I would do it.
That's what I was gonna say. What type of pictures and stuff you think you kind of content you put on your OnlyFans? Because I'm thinking about starting one myself.
I would get specific. I would probably only do things with baked goods, to be honest. Pastries, croissants, cronuts. I would really try to find a market to corner. Because here's the thing, like you guys are picking up on my vibe. Like I'm a cute lady, but I've got like a weird specific nerdiness to me. So like I'm not going to try to compete with like the other hot ladies on there. So you have to get a niche. So mine would be either pastry sex or like I'm really into Final Fantasy. So I feel like if I just like played that game in like a bra and like bunny ears,
okay,
that might do something.
If the price is under $9.99, I'd subscribe.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, I got one so far. But yeah, I don't really have any plans. I'm not really like I wouldn't say I'm a femme fatale, so I don't really understand, I don't really know what works for people.
Right. All right, I get it. I realize that people have an infatuation with feet, especially like male feet. They always want to know what's going on with feet. So I'm gonna get ahead and start my OnlyFans with my little feet out.
You should, yeah. You should get toe socks and then cut all the toes off.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, you should get like, and you can get those little like anklet socks that are like fishnets.
I have Michael Jackson feet now.
Yeah, like really, it's all about. Okay, and here's like a note from a woman, and like we buy lingerie, right? And it's like to accentuate the features that you already have. Like you can't just go out there like, in my opinion, like a lingerie body that accentuates the features is sexier than just like a body. That's just me though. That's just my take on it. So I'm saying like if you really want to accentuate your feet, you'll buy like, a little like anklet with jingle bells, or you'll buy, I don't know, like cute little Santa socks. I guess my mind is like at the holidays because I just said like Santa and jingle bells. I don't know.
That's okay. You don't have anything to do. It seems like you're going to have to be my manager.
Yeah.
You know what? I've got a whole vision. I'm gonna make you like one of those model catalog books and just send you around the city with it, feet only. People will be like, "This is you," and you're like, "Yes, it's me." And they're like, "Take off your shoes and prove it right now." Yeah.
And they would have to pay. They have to pay just for the reveal. Just for the reveal.
Just for the reveal. It is your time on their dollar, honey.
So 100%, you're absolutely hilarious. How long have you been doing comedy?
100%. I'm absolutely hilarious is going on all of my business cards right now.
You're
how long have I been doing comedy? Well, I don't know if I can count this past year anymore. But before this, I've been doing it for, I guess, like 6 to 7 years. Okay. Yeah. So now I do mostly virtual clean corporate shows. I've been a little bit out back in like the New York circuit. But for the most part, yeah, I'm doing like writing and virtual shows, which pay money, which is fantastic. We all love money. Yeah. That's it.
How long have you been outside? Like, so go ahead,
you haven't been outside. Sorry.
I have been outside. I was outside today. That's why I'm looking at my hair and I was outside in the rain and that's why it looks all, anyway. Yeah, I've done shows. I've done some outdoor shows, but, one thing that quarantine, like the pandemic really, I feel like it put us all in like a timeout. Right. And it was like sit in the corner and like think about what you want and think about what you want to do. And one thing that I really realized is that like stand-up comedy in New York was exhausting me. Like I would have my full-time job and then I would go to multiple shows and get home at like 1 to 2 a.m. from the city and then wake up at 7, 8. And it really was exhausting. And it was like taking a lot of joy out of it for me. So I haven't really been in a rush to like get back to any circuit that there has been, which is a mixed bag. It's like, okay, yes, I have a lot more time and energy for me, but I also miss that community a lot. And I feel like a fair amount of FOMO. So, but yeah, it's been good in other ways.
All right, that makes 100% part of me makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
But let him go. Let him. You're going to be absolutely on another planet in about 5 minutes.
I apologize.
Kelly's high. I'm on shrooms. D, what's your deal? You better start taking like ketamine shots or whatever.
I'm drinking
ketamine shots. That's how much of a loser I am. What is a ketamine shot? I have no idea. Cool.
You just randomly said it. She's like,
yeah, I was like, is this something that the kids do? I don't know.
So I want to know, like, what's like your what do you see your end goal in comedy? Where do you actually want to go in comedy?
I think right now I'm putting myself on the path to like writer actor type thing. So like stand-up comedy is truly like the battering ram of comedy. Like it is just like raw, and it is like quantity, and it is just like, you know, breaking down the door, which is great and part of the reason that I love it. But I don't know if I see myself like succeeding and coming into this spotlight as a stand-up comic. Just because of like the amount of energy that it takes is not sustainable for me. But what I do see happening is like, so I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I'm writing, I'm getting scripts out there. I'm hoping to like do some, you know, some acting and stuff like that. So kind of piecing that all together. But the cool thing about that is like, if your end goal is writing, or like stand-up actually takes you to that place. Because when it's like a manager or like a production company or something sees you writing, they see that you do stand-up, you already have a point of view. Like they can look at one of your tapes and be like, okay, she's a package, she's like a brand, she has a point of view. We have more trust in like all of her. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. Am I rambling?
No, this is literally exactly what we're calling you here for.
Fantastic. Yeah. Okay, so no one's interrupting me except me.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Like I'm so intrigued by everything that you like. Your energy is amazing. You came on here and like I so far, out of pretty much all the interviews I've ever had on this show, this is the best one for me. Just because
you hear that, other guests?
Yeah, it's okay. They'll be okay. But and they'll see this and they'll understand why. But basically, it's like I feel as if like the energy that you're trying to put forth is the same thing that I kind of already saw when you said that. I kind of see something for you being an actor / writer of some sort, as opposed to a stand-up comedian. I see that you have the chop to do that, but I can see that you have so much more to offer if you were to get behind the screen and do some of that work right there. But that's
the cool thing is they all kind of like flow into each other, right? Like I could definitely see me like not doing stand up and then getting back into it for a few years, which like as hard and kind of sad as that can be. Sorry, I said sad while I was moving like something off of my eye, but it looked like I was like, I'm like, as sad as that can be. These are two different. These are two different emotions. Yeah, I'm just gonna miss everyone. I'd like to thank the Academy. No, I do think though, but like I said, it was like, you know, I remember talking to a writer friend a few years ago, and I was like, I want to get into writing. I'm going to quit stand up so that I can have more time to do this. And they were like, yeah, you can't do that. And I was like, why? And they were like, you really, that platform of stand up, or like whether it's improv or whether like any performance platform you have is so helpful, because like then people know your voice, versus like if you are just, I mean, you can be just a writer. I hate the word just. Like if you're a writer, that's fine. But it's like, if you're a writer and then you have this performative aspect where people can be like, oh, I totally know who this person is and I can see that in their writing, then like it's because it's all about that ability to emotionally connect with someone, right? Like if someone wants to send you in a room and make you sell your script or your story to other people, like that's all emotive. So I think that's where like performance comes in really helpful.
Okay, so what would be your dream show to write for? What show would you love to write for?
Dream show to write for? My own that I'm developing currently. I just got big and I miss you guys. Is that okay? I can no longer see you two. Is that? I mean, that's fine. But like. Oh wait, it happened again.
No,
should I just keep talking?
It's all right.
It's fine. All right, I'm gonna be cool. Okay, great. What's my dream job? My dream show, I mean, so it's weird considering how much I want to write and do TV. I'm actually a very bad scholar of it.
Okay, what about movies?
I would say wait, I'm gonna stick to I love, like, I mean, so overdone, but like Fleabag was like my favorite, right? That was like the one that's kind of like one person writing for it. I really love, I think like anthology series, like High Maintenance, Room 104. Oh my God, is it called 104? But I'm really into like anthology things.
I watched that. Do you know that? Yeah, like that. The thing that the reason why I was so intrigued is because some of the things that you say is some of the things that I already do as well. So I'm into writing. I do a lot of that stuff as well. And one of the things that I write is an anthology. Like it's
so cool because like I feel like people can you can like or like Fargo is an anthology because so the one I'm working on right now is like kind of that same thing as Fargo, where it's like it's the location. Right? Or the same with Room 104, where it's like the location, or then you have an anthology like, American Horror Story, where it's like the theme is the theme, but the location, the people change. But I love that format of anthology. And there's a new one coming out called Social Distance, which is like only a matter of time. I was like, as soon as the pandemic hit, I was like, how long is it going to take before someone comes out with like a heartfelt, socially distanced anthology thing? But I do like the anthology format because I feel like it's like short films. It's like miniature stories. I think there can be like, oh, this one was really my favorite. Black Mirror. That's another one that I absolutely love.
Yeah, so, like Black Mirror.
Yeah. Wait, the one what's your favorite episode, Steve? Do you think? Because I
have. It's hard to pick a favorite, but I know that one of the ones that I enjoyed the most was the one with the I believe she was stuck with the cell phones. It was the cell phones. They were all filming her.
Where the cell phones kill everyone.
Yeah, no, not the ones that killed everybody. She were all filming her. She committed her and her boyfriend committed some sort of murder or act or whatever, and that was like her punishment. Her punishment was that she woke up every day and she didn't know. She thought that she couldn't find anything. She didn't know where everybody was at.
Oh my God, I don't think I've seen this one. Is it like in the newer episode?
No, this is one of the first. This is in the first season.
Yeah.
I've watched
I need to go back and watch it.
This is in the very first season. And she literally was running around and nobody was allowed to talk to her. Nobody was allowed to help her. And she was like trying to figure out where she was, what's going on, this, that, and the third, and somebody trying to kill her and everything. And they were just trying to lead her into basically figuring out that she's only there to serve like a sentence, like it's her sentence to relive this horror thing, and while everybody else comes and like.
Okay, I'm doing that tonight. I'm watching
it. Literally, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. That's probably the best one to me out of everything so far. Like if I had to call.
Okay.
That they're all really, really good, so it's hard to say. But that one,
that whole series.
But there is that like there's like emotional connection where you're just like, oh, I have to, like, you can only watch like 2 or 3 in a row before you're like, I gotta call it. My favorite one was the video game one.
The video game one.
That's in my top 3. That's my thing.
I loved Reset. I'm like kind of like low key video game nerd.
Which video game one? Because there were two.
Oh yeah, there were. It was when the guys, the friends, were like,
yeah, the gay guys
were like, but they were like really into each other, and I thought it was. First of all, I think like just visually and like world playing, it was so fun. So basically, if anyone's listening and you don't know what it is, I'll say the synopsis without giving it away. It's where like it's like a not too distant future where it's heightened VR, and two male heterosexual men enter into this VR world where it's kind of like a basic like street fighting game. And one is this really cute girl in the game, and the other is a guy. And basically, it's like, again, hyper VR, and they end up like hooking up in the game. And then they come out of it and they were like, bro, did we just like hook up? Like what? And it ends up, it's like, and they keep doing it and they keep meeting up and they have like the best, most intimate, like sexual connection of their lives. But obviously there's that conflict because like they're straight and they're in a relationship. And like, anyway, I just thought it was like, it's such a great concept.
And
like,
their best friend. And
their best friend. But also like, yeah.
That's
like,
why it was more than just the emotion. It was more than just the physical. It was an emotional connection. They already loved each other. So it was like, I naturally love you. And now you just made me fall in love with you physically. This is really difficult.
Yeah, and I think those conversations are so, I think you nailed it on the head. Like first of all, it takes away this homophobic stigma, right? Like I really thought that episode did that, where it's kind of like, hey, love is love, and it doesn't really like fit into a box. And like, how cool is it they can do that in like a lens of sci-fi? But yeah, I thought that was like a really important one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. So I don't want to wait till the end of the show to ask you where to follow you at. So I'm gonna ask you now.
Do it.
Where should everybody follow you at?
Should I put it in the chat or should I just say it?
No, you say it.
You say it out loud.
Oh, I say it. Okay, cool. So on Instagram, it's Save Gracie Kanan. That's Save and then Gracie, GracieCanan. It's Save Gracie Kanan. Yeah, it's kind of confusing. It's like there's like the same three letters repeated like 28 times.
No, because a lot of people come on here and don't spell it out. That's why.
Oh, I'll spell it out. I am so desperate for all of you to follow me. I will not leave any room for error. I had a bunch more followers and then I accidentally, long story short, deleted my own Instagram account in July. Like literally, like I'm a comedian that's like so important to me, and I just accidentally deleted it. So please follow me. And then my Twitter is Gracie _Kanan CANAAN on Twitter. Yeah. But Instagram, more Instagram.
Yeah, because I see you're busy on Twitter, so.
Yeah, I'm firing off things. I'm averaging about 7 likes a week, not to brag, but the numbers are in.
Oh, the numbers are in officially?
Yeah, the numbers are in officially.
No recount?
Yeah, not according to Trump. Yeah, not according to Trump, but my tweet numbers are in. Wow, we didn't even, how much of a narcissist am I that I've been on here for 40 minutes and we haven't even talked about Trump?
It's because he's really not to be talked about at this point. It's like,
right? What is to be? Yeah. Finally, we don't have to think about him.
Yeah, you don't have to think about it. Like if we could just move on.
This is the luxury we've been fighting for, to not think about our president every day.
It's like when you break up with somebody, do you need to continue to think about them?
No, I literally never once have. I'm like,
you don't.
Bye-bye.
You block them. You want to go ahead and erase their number, delete the contact.
Of me, I don't. I block them.
Yeah, but
unless they have dirt on me.
You know what it is. They delete that, but just delete the messages, delete everything, whatever. All the pictures can go.
Okay, my favorite, and this is my. I consider myself somewhat of a breakup expert in that, like I spell it out. I give like a very honest. There's not There's not a lot of emotion. It's very much like firing someone. When I do it, I'm like, hey, this is my deal, spelling it out, like you do you too. But which is kind of hard to do, you know, and it's never, you always feel something too. But my favorite, are you guys Mad Men fans?
I haven't gotten into that. I was going to. That's
okay,
the one
there's
Mad Men.
like one of my favorite. I haven't watched the whole thing, but basically Don Draper, who's like very emotionally messed up, but has some great lines. He's in a hospital with his employee, and he looks at her, and she's like she's in like a depressive episode, and he leans and he goes, he's like, you will be shocked at how little you remembered this, or like you will be shocked by how easy it is to forget this. Just like get up and leave. And I'm like, that's literally every breakup. Like you will be shocked by how in like 6 months or a year we won't even remember this. Is that cold or
no?
That's life.
No, I feel like
that's life.
Yeah.
That's life.
Literally life.
Yeah. That's
On
life.
a different note, just to turn it up, just to have some fun now, I need you to do me a quick favor. First, I know it's not polite to ask you your age, but you got to tell me your age for this question.
I'm 29.
Okay, cool. So I need your top 5 Disney movies. Thank you.
Okay, don't know how age factored into that. I feel like you could have been like, "Hey, I do need for this." Top
No,
5
so here's the thing: we've had some people on here that have said some extremely old Disney movies.
Yeah, so that's why we have to ask how old you are.
My top
and
5.
we didn't want you to go ahead and give us the real young Disney movies like you missed out. So we just wanted to see where you were. You're at a perfect age.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I get told that all the time by myself in the mirror. I think my favorite ones, Beauty and the Beast, even though I know it's like highly misogynistic and like sucks for women. Lion King. I love that. Aladdin. I know I'm really playing all the hits here. I got 2 more left, and I feel like I want so badly to be original. Do Pixar count? No.
Yes.
Pixar does?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Pixar.
They were built by Disney.
Then I would say Monsters Inc.
Okay.
Love that one. Yeah. If only for the little girl. Wow, kitty.
That's a new one.
Mike Wazowski.
Yeah.
And then one more. I can't just. I don't know. I'm gonna regret like saying all of these. Not Frozen, not Tangled. All right, Gracie, you got this. I'm just gonna say Inside Out.
Okay. Yeah. That's the first time I've heard that one, and I actually like that movie a lot, man.
Yeah,
it's a movie that I watched by accident.
I'm a big. What did you think it was?
No, I just had it
like,
on.
I thought it was Die Hard, and I loved it.
Yeah, I it was on television. I just watched it one day, and I didn't know what it was. I said, "Oh, it's cool. It's a like Pixar movie. I'm gonna watch it." All Pixar movies are great. Like, I haven't seen too many bad ones.
Yeah, they are. You can't go wrong. Maybe with Cars, and maybe with Cars too. But other than that, you can't go wrong.
And now I need your top 3 movies of all time.
I was just talking about this with a friend. Okay, weird mixed bag. Kill Bill 1 and 2. I count them both as one.
Yeah, you can.
When Harry Met Sally.
Okay.
That's gonna be a top. And then 3. Oh my God, this is really hard. I'm gonna say Spirited Away.
You said Spirited Away?
Spirited Away.
I think I've heard of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's an anime. Hayao Miyazaki. It's hard to. I know I have like a ton more, but those are the 3. Like every time I see Kill Bill, I'm just like, this is fucking amazing.
Nah, Kill Bill is amazing. It is.
Yes, it is.
It is. All right. The reason why I'm like I said, these are just random questions that we always ask. I apologize.
Bring it. Right. I'm not offended at all.
Okay. No, not a problem. I need if you only could have two, I need two of your superpowers.
If I can only have two?
Only have two. Two superpowers. Right.
Two superpowers.
One is invisibility for sure. Only that I wouldn't have to I could because I always want to hang out at parties. I mean, I feel like invisibility and flying, is that not that's it? If I can have two, I mean, I know those are boring, but it's usually I have a choice between those. I don't really want super strength. I don't want to do free labor for anyone.
Just be invisible.
Yeah, force field. If I'm invisible, I won't have to protect myself from anyone. Yeah, invisibility and flying for sure at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just fly right into a wall or something. No invincibility.
Yeah, for sure. I would fly right into a wall. I would fly around and pants everyone. If I'm being completely honest, that's what I would use my powers for. I wouldn't make the world a better or a worse place. I would just make it sillier.
That's dope.
Man, hell yeah, that is.
So now you have to take 3 comedians with you to just for dinner.
Comedians.
3 comedians.
Three. Yeah, you have three comedians with you. Comedians that your influences.
All of my comedians that are influences have been Me Too, so it's really hard for me to.
about to say Louis C.K.
Yeah, that's growing. Yeah, for sure. Oh my God, this is gonna be this is really hard because I don't watch a lot of comedy anymore. Can I pass?
So we'll change it, and we'll just say three people in the world. 3 people in the world that are celebrities. 3 celebrities.
One of them is going to be a comedian. It's going to be John Mulaney. I love John Mulaney. I think he's fucking hilarious. Okay, 2 other celebrities. I'm going to say dead or alive.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Hitler, for sure.
That's dope. Why?
Yeah, because I think that John Mulaney making fun of Hitler would be really fun. I think that would be a really fun treat for everyone. And then on top of that dynamic, I'm going to say Kim Kardashian. Not because she's a go-to, it's because I just watched that Dave Letterman interview with her. And I thought she was really human and one of the prettiest people ever. And that never hurt anyone. So those are my lazy answers. I know I should have those celebrities locked and loaded. But yes, my answers are Hitler, Kim Kardashian, and John Mulaney. A real potpourri of humans.
Oh, man. That's a nice mix right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get a lot of... I really wish that I had given a fake social media handle after that. All of the haters I'm gonna get for that.
No, it's 2020. We have an open mind.
Yeah, nothing matters anymore.
To get on the political side, if you notice, I have a thing. I have a thing in my set where I usually talk about how we it basically just talks about how there's no job in America other than the presidency that you can go for after 65 years old, and people actually want you to get the job.
Yeah.
So, what age do you feel is correct for the next president of the United States after this?
Younger. It doesn't have to be 35. We can't keep angling for 80. It just doesn't. It is investing in a house that is on the edge of a cliff on a coast. It's just why am I gonna buy this? I know it's just gonna slide into the ocean. I don't have I would hope I don't know, is 60 too hard to too much? That seems like a healthy but distinguished age. We're going between 70, we're all psyched that a 77-year-old is in
president.
I'm still excited just that it's Trump, feel like I shouldn't be excited that a 77-year-old is an
exactly.
So yeah, I would say between, like, more than 40. I'd be fine with like a 45-year-old like hot president. Okay, let's do it. But we can't keep having these fucking geriatric white men. We gotta get
yeah, it's not gonna happen. I always say, like, if you were around during segregation, I think that your viewpoints are a little swayed when it comes to things.
Yeah, you need to. Yeah, I think my favorite, and I'll do a plug to someone, is Dan Perlman had a really funny tweet that was like, awesome, time to Google Joe Biden political views. And I think that's how everyone felt. It's like, yes, it comes out. Okay, who's up next? Like,
who's next?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So I have a question for your new followers that you're gonna get after the show. They're gonna want to know what's your nationality.
Oh yeah, that's something that we didn't get to. I'm half Indian.
Oh, okay.
I'm half Indian, and then my dad is just like white. He's like Greek and Irish. So yeah, that's something that's kind of been like an interesting identity quandary for me, because like my mom grew up in England, so she doesn't have a lot of Indian heritage, but I'm also not. I can't say I'm white. So that's been, especially in this past year, I think that's been like a really interesting dialogue.
In one of your videos, you were like, somebody said you were exotic, and you were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think people know better now, but definitely a few years ago, like, oh, you're just like really exotic. I'm like, I'm not. Like, I'm just like, I feel like I'm like a white girl from the suburb, but because my skin is like a little browner, you know, it's all of a sudden there's this added layer. But I also think like I used to also feel ashamed with how whitewashed I felt. And that like I would hang out with other half Indian people, and that like they would have some Indian heritage. But now I'm also realizing like that is our prerogative as like, especially as like biracial people, to feel, and any people of any race, to feel like whatever they do feel, to whatever. Like for me, I'm like, it is okay that I have curiosity and I have ties to my Indian heritage, but I grew up like mostly identifying with white culture, and that's not like a shameful thing. That's like my truth and my prerogative as like a biracial woman.
Absolutely, 100%. And then you grew up in Cali, so it's like New York. It's like a big melting pot over there. It's
Spanish to me all the time, and I'm like, lo siento. So, which is, I don't take offense to at all. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck I look like either. Your guess is fine.
Yeah,
to me, I feel like California is like the first Spanish state, like that to me. Like,
I mean, yeah.
You go to California. When I went to California, I didn't realize how everything was Mexican out there. And then when you go further north, the further north you get, it gets real Asian, real quick.
Yeah,
yes, it does.
I think like I forget a lot of the times, because like, I mean, I don't know, that's not true. Like I think when you get into LA, when you get into the cities, I mean, same like everywhere. Yeah, like same with the East Coast. Like the more into the city you get, the more diverse it is. And then the more into the suburbs you get, the more like white it gets, which you know, is a bummer. But yeah, I think I do miss that about LA, is it has like, I think New York is like obviously a lot more diverse. It's like just a lot more dense, like the population, but yeah, I don't know.
I think New York just has a different respect for all cultures as opposed to everywhere else. Everywhere else it turns into a war zone. They try to pin everybody else against each other. And here it's not so much like, we don't war against any kind of Spanish. We don't war against any kind of like it's nothing like that at all. But when I go to other places, I realize that they make it full blown race wars. Growing up in New York, it's kind of hard to be racist. Like when you grow up in New York, you grow up around everybody, so you don't necessarily get a chance to, I think, even experience with that sort of racism that we see on television. We don't get a chance to really experience any of that. We deal with corporate racism.
Where did you grow up? What area?
I actually grew up in Laurelton, Queens. That's the richest black neighborhood in the entire world, but we ain't gonna go over there. We ain't gonna get into all that. We ain't gonna get into all that.
Podcast to get into that.
We ain't gonna get into all that.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I gotta say, like, on an end note, I really, especially for this year, as shit as it's been, like, and I'm a full admitted transplant. Like, I wouldn't have wanted to be anywhere else. Like the community and like the compassion and like the understanding of people that are here, like, makes me want to cry. I'm like, I don't want to leave, especially after this year.
That's dope, man. We're glad to have you. I actually want to make sure that I collaborate with you because you have some great ideas, and I kind of want to bounce some of my ideas off of you.
Oh yeah, hit me up.
Exactly what the hell happened.
You have my DM.
Okay. Absolutely.
Hey. My DM? Right, but you know where to find me on the Instagram. Well, thanks for having me, you guys.
I'm glad doing it anyway.
Yeah. Tell them where to follow you at again.
Oh, Instagram, Save Gracie Kanan, last name Canaan. Twitter is Gracie_Kanan. I'm funny on both.
We want to thank you again.
Attractive on one of them. Anyway, thanks so much, guys. Do I just leave? How does this work? Do I just close out? Do you kick me out?
Yeah,
no, we're gonna close out. We're gonna close out. And then you press leave. You know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the studio. Should I leave now?
No, not yet. Not yet. We're gonna close out and then you can leave.
Yeah, we were closing out. We were having to make sure that you say your stuff, you know.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This is how most of my interactions work, by the way. In case you're curious, like, this is on par for me being like, am I a good human right now? Should I meet, like, people are like, why are you acting like this? Just have a conversation. I'm like, okay, here I go.
Sorry, the funniest people are sometimes the most socially awkward at times.
Yeah. Big time. That's the things I talk about the most are like socially awkward and sex and how those two go together. I'm absolutely I try to just not say anything on dates like this. Right? As soon as I open my mouth, then it's like we all have a lot of questions. So I try to just keep it tight on all fronts.
So we want to thank you again, Gracie, for coming on the Comedian Catch with D Wise Guy and Kelly Robb. Make sure you follow her on IG and Twitter. You know, she said you can only see her on one though. She's about to make her OnlyFans.
Pastries only. Pastries only.
Make sure you follow Kelly Robb on It's Kelly Robb on IG. Make sure you follow D Wise Guy on Comedian Catch, Comedian_Catch on IG. And we'll be back next week and each and every Thursday. Good night.
Hey, man.
All right. You can leave now, Gracie.
Yay. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. All right, Kev.
Nope, that's not my man. Nope, that's not my hubby. He's my big buddy. My big buddy, my big buddy. My big buddy, my big buddy. He hold it down and don't want nothing from me. He hold it down and don't want nothing from me. See, that's my shorty, but he really not my shorty. He stay in the crib and hold it down for me. He do sweet, tell me that he love me. But in the streets, he just my big buddy. He ain't with taking pics. He barely holds my hand. I say, let's take a pic. He says, not for the gram. People know who I am. Besides, he ain't my man. It's already understood, baby girl. You understanding me? I'm with the shoots. Can't do relationships. He could hit, do a dip, pay a bill. Reap the benefits. Don't have to hear shit. Where I'm going, who I'm with. Ain't no fighting, ain't good. We take trips out of town with all food and some loud. We vacate and get money. Ain't my man, that's big buddy. My big buddy, my big buddy. My big buddy, my big buddy. He hold it down and no one nothing from me. He hold it down and no one nothing from me. He my big buddy, my big buddy. My big buddy, my big buddy. He hold it down and no one nothing from me. He hold it down and no one nothing from me. He stimulated like scalp on tea tree. Keep my legs around his like C&E. Body keep him hypnotized on B.I.G. On my bigger belt, he know I'm wavy. Could never play me, better chance playing lotto. He stuck on the way I'm on like a El Dorado. Keep this tight like a punchline from Votto. Keep my finger in his mouth like Griselda Blanco. My big buddy with me. Catch a case if I tell him to pull up for me. He hold me down like Moon Logic Commissary. Conjugal, I'll be the first chick that he marry. But that's a dub, no ring, no, that ain't hubby. Not my man, not my shorty, just big buddy. My big buddy, my big buddy. My big buddy, my big buddy. He hold it down and no one nothing from me. He hold it down and no one